Welcome back, students. So I was discussing about the Poynting vector and Poynting theorem. So if we want to find the power density, then we need to take the cross product, right? Then only we will get the power density in a particular direction. So that is P bar will be equal to E bar cross H bar, right? So we have to take the cross product, where P bar is called as Poynting vector. P bar is called Poynting vector. Okay, P bar is called as the Poynting vector, and P bar gives the value of instantaneous power at a specified time. P bar gives the value of instantaneous power at a specified time. Okay, now if we consider the surface, let us say we have a surface. Okay, if we consider the surface, so the surface is like this. If we have a surface like this, right, then we have the electric field. So this gives E bar electric field. Okay, then we have the conductor carrying the current, because of which there is a magnetic field induced, so it is B or H. We have B bar or H bar, stored magnetic energy. Then we have the ohmic contacts. Ohmic contacts are the resistance drops due to the conductor. Okay, so this is the ohmic contact, sigma or ohmic contacts. So power in is equal to power out. Power in is equal to power out, correct, according to the law of conservation of energy. Right. So here we define the Poynting theorem as the decrease in the inside energy, minus the ohmic contact, that will be equal to the energy that is coming out of the surface, or the power that is coming out of the surface. According to the Poynting theorem, the decrease in the inside energy, the energy inside the surface is minus the ohmic contact, is equal to the power or the energy that is coming out of the surface. Is it not? Suppose if the energy coming out of the surface is say around 5 watt per meter square, then the inside energy will be 5 watt per meter square, according to the law of conservation of energy, correct? So this is how the Poynting theorem is stated. Then accordingly we can derive the equation here. So that is E bar is equal to, we have E bar is equal to Ex Ax bar, and H bar is equal to Hy Ay bar. Then P bar is equal to E bar cross H bar. That is Ex Ax into Hy Ay bar, right? So this is Ax cross Ay, that is Az bar. Ax cross Ay is Az bar, so this is Pz Az bar, right? Here P bar is what? P bar is the Poynting vector. So Ex, Hy and Pz they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Consider the electric field propagates in free space, and it is given by E bar is equal to Em cos omega t minus beta z Ax bar, right? So it is Em cos omega t minus beta z Ax bar, right? That is electric field propagating in free space. Here the intrinsic impedance gives the ratio of magnitudes of E bar and H bar, right? So the ratio of E bar and H bar, it depends on the intrinsic impedance eta for the free space. So eta is equal to eta naught, that is equal to Em upon Hm. Em upon Hm. So this is equal to 120 pi. 120 pi. Because we know that eta is equal to square root of mu naught upon epsilon naught into square root of mu r upon epsilon r. So this is mu naught upon epsilon naught is square root of mu naught upon epsilon naught is eta naught into square root of mu r upon epsilon r, right? So mu r and epsilon r are 1, so that is eta is equal to eta naught, correct? For free space mu r and epsilon are 1, so eta is equal to eta naught. That's why we have written here eta is equal to eta naught is equal to Em by Hm, that is equal to 120 pi, that is equal to 377 ohms. 377 ohms. Fine. So here we have for the electromagnetic wave we have H bar given by right, H bar is equal to so what is H bar? Eta naught is equal to Em by Hm. We have eta naught is equal to Em upon Hm, or Hm or H bar is equal to Hm is equal to Em upon eta naught. So I can write H bar is equal to, right, what is Em? Em is Em cos of omega t minus beta z, right? This divided by eta naught. What will be the direction of H bar? It is Ay bar. Because E is propagating in the direction of X, H is propagating in the direction of Y. So direction of H is Ay bar. Now according to Poynting theorem, what is P bar? P bar is equal to E bar into H bar. So that is, substitute here, E bar is Em cos of omega t minus beta z, right? This into Ax bar. This multiplied by H bar. H bar is what? Em upon eta naught cos of omega t minus beta z Ay bar, correct? So the magnitude of propagation, the product of these two, Em cos of omega t minus beta z Ax bar into Em by eta naught cos of omega t minus beta z into Ay bar. So Em into Em square, cos omega t minus beta z into cos omega t minus beta z, that will be cos square omega t minus beta z. Ax cross Ay bar will be Az bar. So what will be the product then? Yes students, what will be the product? So product will be equal to, P bar is equal to, right, Em square upon eta naught into cos square of omega t minus beta z Az bar watt per meter square. So this is the equation for the Poynting vector P bar, okay, according to the Poynting theorem. So what it means here? So power is nothing but, power density is power upon unit area, or power is equal to power density into area. Fine. Okay. So this is power is equal to power density into area. Now what is average power density? Right? What is average power density here? So average power density P average, it is given by P average is equal to find the average power density, we have to integrate power density in z direction over one cycle and divide by the period t, right? This we have studied in our first year also. If you want to find the average power, you have to integrate over one cycle and divide by the time period. So that is 1 upon t into integration 0 to t Em square by eta cos square omega t minus beta z dt, right? So this will be equal to em square by t eta, em square by t eta 0 to t 1 plus cos of 2 omega t minus beta z divided by 2 into dt, right? Because we know that what is the formula here I have used. So the formula that is used is cos square theta that is equal to cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Okay, so accordingly we will get, so this is equal to em square upon t eta, right? So if we integrate, then we get t divided by 2 plus sine 2 omega t minus beta z divided by 2 into 2 omega over the limits 0 to t, because in differentiation of sine 2 omega t minus beta z, so differentiation of this is cos, right, cos 2 omega t minus beta z. Differentiation of sine 2 theta is cos 2 theta. Then differentiation of inside term, that is 2 omega t minus beta z, will be 2 omega. Therefore integration of cos of 2 omega t minus beta z, this will be equal to sine 2 omega t minus beta z, this divided by 2 omega, right? So accordingly I have written here this equation. Okay, so if I substitute the limits here, then what I get? So this is equal to em square by t eta, right, this into t by 2 plus sine of 2 omega t minus 2 beta z divided by 4 omega minus sine of minus 2 beta z divided by 4 omega minus sine of minus 2 beta z by 4 omega. We know that theta is equal to omega t, that is equal to 2 pi, right? That is one full cycle, 2 pi. Theta is equal to omega t, that is equal to 2 pi. So if you substitute this, then what we will get next? So the next equation will be P average is equal to what we get? em square upon t eta into t by 2 plus sine of 4 pi minus 2 beta z divided by 4 omega plus sine 2 beta z divided by 4 omega. Okay, so here, so this is equal to em square by t eta into t by 2 sine of 360, 4 pi is as good as, it is 720, so it will be, right, 360 minus 2 beta z. Sine of 360 minus theta is minus sine theta, so this will be, instead of plus we get minus sine of 2 beta z, because sine of 360 minus theta is minus sine theta, so this is sine of 2 beta z minus sine 2 beta z divided by 4 omega plus sine 2 beta z by 4 omega. So this and this term will cancel, so finally we get equation for average power. P average is equal to 1 upon 2 em square by eta watt per meter square. So this will be the equation for the average power. Average power is 1 upon 2 em square upon eta watt per meter square. So students, in today's class we have taken up an example on the propagation of the plane wave, an example on that, right? We have taken an example on the propagation of the plane wave. Okay, we have taken an example. Then after the example we took up, next topic was the discussion on the pointing theorem, right? So pointing theorem, we started with the pointing theorem, right? Pointing vector and the pointing theorem, and then from the pointing vector and pointing theorem we derived the equation for the pointing vector p bar, and then finally we got the equation for the average power, right? I hope everybody have understood, students. If there are any queries, send your queries to me so that I will answer to your queries. Thank you.